What's going on, guys? It's your boy SQ420 here. I want to welcome everybody back to another episode of Twitter Tuesday. I hope y'all had a fantastic week last week. If it's your first time to the channel, don't hesitate. Hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. We're going to go ahead and dive into it because this is going to be action-packed, all right? In lieu of the recent holiday, Halloween, of course, I didn't do anything Halloween-related on my particular channel. But we're going to have a couple horror stories, one to begin and one to bookend, all right? So we're having a couple of horror stories out here, all right? These are real tough to watch. Now, this first thing right here, all right, this is somebody who had posted, I think this is from a Reddit share, and folks, they can't keep the business to themselves, all right? They got to put it out there for everybody to know. Now, this could be fake. There is potential in that, but for some reason I doubt it because people are just that they really want to share with the community now. They want to let everybody know their experiences. So we're gonna read it right here, all right? It said I had my first lesbian experience last night. You know, it's a game changer when you have your first lesbian experience as a female. You know, so let's see what else they got to say up here. Says she was so fucking cute and cuddly, like a teddy bear. Okay. Started out with her girlfriend spanking her. A little naughty, I got you. Then we all cuddled for a bit. So it sounds like it's a threesome right now. We've got a three-peat. Then her girlfriend, or her GF, left us alone for a while. I started rubbing her belly. Oh, yes, erotic. Then her tits. And ended up rubbing her dick. You're like, ho, woo! You hit the timeout, but you're timing this thing out. You saw hold on a second now. Now, I just went through this erotic experience, okay? We were having a three-piece. You told me this is your first lesbian experience, all right? Lesbian experience. And then we get down here. You're rubbing the belly, rubbing the tits, and all of a sudden you're rubbing the dick. Now, is this a strap-on, all right? It doesn't sound like that's the case. Because it didn't say nothing about rubbing the dildo. It said rubbing said dick. Lesbian experience. Now, this is the psychosis of folks. After she came completely dry. I mean, dried all the way up, bud. I mean, Pure T shooting out dust at the end of it, alright? We cuddled a bit more. There was also a fourth girl who joined in for a bit. 4 trans girls in a cuddle pile. Just had to share. What the hell is going on? What do you know? Penises can be female organs too. I mean, but they just admit the women are getting destroyed out here, alright? They getting destroyed. I mean, it's just going to seem to be, as far as if you're trying to follow a narrative that they're trying to put out there, it's just going to be like, look, man, what's a woman, alright? We don't exactly know what it is, because women can have dicks as well, alright? They can have raging boners, and it doesn't make any difference, alright? It's the same thing. It's one and the same. I know this particular woman can't bear any children, doesn't have periods, cannot lactate, even though I don't know if y'all remember we had that one where they where the man, okay, was trying to breastfeed the child, and you like, dog, I don't care what you do, they ain't never gonna be a drop of milk come out that chest, okay? Not a drop. And it was kind of funny. It's like, the baby is latched, but we haven't been able to produce milk yet. Well, hell, hot damn, Bo, if you betting a lot on producing milk, then you're going to lose everything you got. That's all I got to say. So I had to share this first horror story for the Halloween special Twitter Tuesday, even though we're a couple of days past Halloween. It's okay, all right? In commemoration of. So we're going to move to the next topic at hand. All right, so the second thing on this Twitter Tuesday, we got a little bit of a commercial right here. I believe they said this is an Australian-based commercial. And, of course, it's got to do, it's using it's almost like a parable for the folks out there who are deniers of the disease that should not be named. I wouldn't call us deniers. We're just not falling for the BS that y'all are spewing, okay? But they've got a little bit of a parody here for everybody. And I mean, I didn't find it funny, but I mean, they think this is going to help people become less vax hesitant. And we know that's what we need. We need more jabs, okay? More jabs for everybody. The more the better, okay? More jabs, more problems, all right? So without further ado, we're going to let this clip roll out.
You're having a reaction.
You're gonna be fine.
Hold still.
Wait, what brand EpiPen is that?
I don't know.
What's in it?
Medicine.
Medicine? How long is it research for?
I don't know.
What are the stats from Europe?
You could die.
What does Joe Rogan say? Call Joe.
We don't question the science when our life depends on it, so why question it when millions of lives depend on it? Science has our backs. Get the vax.
Man, that commercial was poor at best, okay? That's just all he is to it. Poor at best. Look, man. Of course, obviously the dude might have ate some shellfish or something. That's the premise that they're going off here. And I'm just trying to figure out why they try to correlate everything back to getting a jab for the disease that should not be named, okay? Especially seeing how we've had folks pass from the disease that should not be named, supposedly, after receiving said jab. So, I mean, but you can compare this to somebody having an allergic reaction, and then somebody got an EpiPen, which I don't know how they just ready with that EpiPen, Bo. I mean, this dude must take a walk on the wild side all the time, Bo. She had the EpiPen right on her, ready. And then, now, if she got the EpiPen right on her, ready, then she already knows what's in the damn thing. Obviously, it's been administered more than one time, okay? He's ran into this problem before. Otherwise, you usually don't have an EpiPen just laying around. You know what I'm saying? Man, if you don't think you're allergic to anything, you don't be like, hey, man, make sure we need to make sure we get an EpiPen by one, so just in case, we ever run into anything that I'm allergic to. You know what I'm saying? Just like, but what they got to do with the jab? They try to correlate everything with the jab, okay? Try to correlate everything. Seat belts. Drunk driving. What else? Man, just everything, man. Just anything. Man, don't you want to be safe? Damn it, man. Y'all don't want to be safe and secure. And, they've ran all those PR stories where they're like, oh, yeah, during their last few breaths, they were like, I wish I'd have got the jab. I was like, man, are you sure that's what they were saying? I mean, when somebody dying, Bo, I don't know if their last few jabs said, my statement to the world, get the jab. It's like, then what, man? That's their statement. Come on now. And then Australia, damn, Bo. We know what's going on out there in Australia. You know what I'm saying? Flat out tyranny. Folks keep talking about vax hesitant. Oh, hey, man, we're trying to make sure folks ain't vax hesitant. I done told y'all about this hesitancy stuff. Woo, about mess me up. Ain't nobody hesitant no more. They don't want it. Out here with this dumbass commercial. What brand EpiPen is that? And why is she fumbling so much? Man, if you got the EpiPen on you, you doing a bunch of fumbling. You know what I'm saying? Dang, man, make a realistic commercial. You know what I'm saying? They got this person up here fumbling with the EpiPen. Ain't got a clue what they doing. Like, this is their first rodeo. It's like, and my man out here choking to death, supposedly, asking what's in there, what's in it? How long has it been studied? It's like, well, dang, Bo, that could be used against you. Like the jab. How long the jab been studied? We got long-term studies on the jab. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we got long-term studies. Oh, okay, man, damn, bro. It ain't been out but this year. We got long-term studies. Come on now. They're going to put this in this particular video, like, what's the long-term studies on it? It's just like, but folk been using EpiPens forever. Well, not forever, but for long enough. We know what that does. But dang, Bo, an experimental jab, y'all just made the stuff up less than a year? Yeah, I got the right to be just a touch skeptical. My goodness, man. And it goes to this, and then they had to take a jab at Joe Rogan. Talking about, what's the stats from Europe? What's the stats? How many people recover after having an adverse reaction to eating shellfish, and they get stabbed with an EpiPen? Stabbed, and they receive medicine from the EpiPen. So, man, ain't nobody asking that dumb shit, man. Hey, come on, y'all. This is pitiful. And then they had to take a stab at Joe Rogan, but what has Joe Rogan got to say? You go take a stab at folk. Man, just said he took a few medicines. He's better in a few days. He ain't took the jab. I mean, but they got to make sure they try to tear stuff down. And then right here at the end, talking about Carl Joe, and then the man supposedly dies, and she's still confused, still dazed and confused. But I mean, and then she finally gonna try to stab him. I guess I don't know what she's doing, but science has our back. Get the facts. And then of course they put vaccination. So I mean, they keep making poor commercials like this. It makes people more and more not hesitant, but just saying hell no. That's what these commercials do. It's like, Bo, I mean, you further solidifying my position, because y'all can't even make a good commercial. This thing ain't even funny. All right, I'm pretty sure they were up there laughing. Everybody else is like, y'all lame. You know what I'm saying? So that's the second thing on this Twitter Tuesday, and now we're gonna move over into the third thing at hand. All right, and the fourth thing right here, of course, if y'all don't know about it, there's a tight race going on right now for governor in Virginia, Terry McAuliffe, which he's a flat out tyrant, a piece of shit, and the other guy's name is Young Ken, which is the Republican that's running against Terry McAuliffe, and I think right now they said that Young King has a lead at the moment, but Terry McAuliffe gets up here and he makes a riveting speech to the masses about what he's going to do about the teachers in his particular state if he gets reelected.
And I promise you, we've got to diversify our teacher base here in Virginia. 50% of the students.
It always starts with diversity. Oh, we got to diversify. We need more diversity. Man, can you diversify? You got time to diversify? It's like your portfolio. Man, the only thing I need diverse is my portfolio, okay? Other than that, I need the best folks for the job, all right? I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. You put your money in multiple places so it lowers your risk of losing everything. Other than that, when it comes to performance, I need folks who can perform. I ain't worried about being diverse. I need performers.
Students at Virginia schools, K-12, 50% are students of color, and yet 80% of the teachers are white. We all know what we have.
Man, what that got to do with anything? 50% are students of color, while 80% of the teachers are white. And and what? Sound like more white folks want to be teachers. I mean, what you want me to do? Come on, man. I mean, it's always this narrative. Diversified. That's always. I mean, in everything, it's we need more black folk. Well, I mean, what if they got to take the jab to have the job? It's gonna be a little tough to get more black folk. That's all I'm saying. More POCs. What about that, McAuliffe? We forget about that. I'm sure he has.
To do in a school to make everybody feel comfortable in school. So let's diversify. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll be the first.
Hold on a second. So are you trying to tell me that people of color, the POCs, they don't feel comfortable being taught by white people? Is that what McAuliffe trying to tell me? Our POCs don't feel comfortable being taught by white folk because they're afraid that white supremacy is going to be rained down upon them. They won't be able to make it out of class. They'll be held back. It's like, man, what are you talking about, man? boy, man, they come with the same sad speech, but spare the world a speech. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got to say about it.
State in America. If you'll teach for 5 years here in Virginia in a high demand area, that it be geographic or coursework, we will pay room, board, and tuition at any college, any university, any HBCU here in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Hold on a second. Room, board, and tuition. So I guess so hold on a second. Let me get this right. I want to make sure I'm understanding this. So from what he's saying, if I'm correct, you have to go to a school in Virginia. That's what I would assume. And I guess sign a contract with the state that you would teach in a certain location, and then they'll pay for everything. But what if you don't make it through it? And or let's think about this. What if you do get through it, but maybe you're not the best teacher for the job? Maybe you got through it, but you didn't do that great. But you got through it. You graduated. but they look at the candidates and they're like, well, you're not the best candidate for this particular position. What then? Is that money just thrown away? Hey, look, bud, we are in the United States. The land of wastefulness. Oh, bud, we throw $1 away quick, bud. We might as well just fucking set the shit in a circle and damn have a bonfire. Just light it up, bud. You know what I'm saying? Pour a little gasoline on it, light the thing up, light one up for the homies. But I don't understand how he believes this messaging is gonna get more voters on his side. Ain't they white folk out there? And they hear this and they be like, so you mean to tell me you gonna strip me of an opportunity just because of the color of my skin? Didn't somebody try to fight, against that? I mean, I don't know. It might have been a prominent black guy. What's his name? Martin Luther King? Content of character, not color of skin. Yeah, that's what he said, something like that. But hell, Bo, we done went back to color of skin. Fuck your character. The hell with if you're good at the job or not. But we just trying to get some more POCs in here. And if they suck, they suck. We could care less about that. Because as long as they teach them what we want to teach them, probably a little CRT. Be scared of the disease that should not be named. Love communism and socialism. Hey, but we want to put them in there all day. But I don't know how this is great messaging. Man, I think I would be coming with a different message if I'm trying to win. Dang, Bo, that's all I'm saying. But they just got the same tired speech, bud. And they keep proclaiming that. I think a few folk are getting tired of hearing it. That's all I'm saying. If it was me, I would come with something a little bit different. That's all I'm saying. But hey, bud, the woke culture, bud, they got to stick with it. And if it kills them, it kills them. If it kicks them out of office, that's what it does. It doesn't make any difference. We just got to stick with the woke narrative. So this is the third thing on this Twitter Tuesday. And then on the fourth thing, we're going to jump into our last horror story to end this Halloween special per se of Twitter Tuesday. So let's go ahead and dive into that. All right, guys. So on this last thing on this Twitter Tuesday, man, I'm just going to let this thing play out, but I'm going to let it play out. Now, look, as I said before, this could be staged, but I don't know, man. There's folks like this every day. Look, man, stuff like this has been going on for a long time. But you see, the only difference is that people used to hide their shame, okay? They used to call them closet freaks, you know what I'm saying? But now folks just like, man, I'm just gonna bring it out in the open. Shit, bud, now's the time. Now's the time for us to rise and shine. So without further ado, I'm going to let y'all know this is graphic content, no doubt about it, so I'm going to let it play out.
I was at like a sex dungeon at this bar in Chicago once. It's like a basement. You had to take off your clothes to get down there. You get down there, there's a bunch of people just fucking in the dark. So I got fucked by like 4 random people, and they all came in me, which was crazy. Somebody probably peed on me down there too. That probably happens. There's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of fluid around.
That's some wild shit.
Bro, come on, man. Man, stuff like that. Look, but folks have been doing crazy stuff like that for eons. But you should just keep that stuff and keep it bottled up. You wouldn't put it out there on Main Street for everybody to know. Man said it took all the clothes off because that's what you got to do. Went down there. They just folks out there, you know, they just doing their thing. Everybody getting screwed. I got done by 4 different ones, all right, and all of them broke load off in me. It's like, golly. And we worried about the disease that should not be named. But we got folk like this wandering around. Ain't no telling what kind of stuff they got. They might be growing new stuff. You know what I'm saying? All 4 of them broke load off. Man, ain't no telling how many folks got broke off down there. Is there any protection involved? That's all we want to know. Folk getting peed on, R. Kelly style. It's like, damn, bud. And like I said, but folk don't even care. But it's just like, I'm going to put it out there now. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put myself out there. Because why not? You know, we in a new age, but where shame doesn't matter. Shame doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to mix in with the with everybody else and to do my shameful business on the side. No, bud. I'll put every bit of my shame out there. It's a dang, bud. I mean, here's what I ain't never understood. Why would you get up there and just blurting out all of your business, your sexual experiences and stuff? I think that's one of the things that social media has opened up for folks to just tell everybody their business. It's like, man, can't you keep some of your stuff private? That's all I'm saying. I mean, when you start talking about the nitty gritty stuff, how you getting down in the bedroom, I mean, you just figure you just keep that on the low. You know what I'm saying? You might tell a friend or something like that, but dang, Bo, you don't get up on these shows. Just tell everybody how you be getting down and how you be doing it. How many folk did you? And how many of them broke load off in you? You like, boy, this is some bad stuff, man. So that was the final horror story to wrap up this Twitter Tuesday. I want to know your thoughts on everything that I talked about on this Twitter Tuesday in the comment section below. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's a little bit of a different one. I tried to break away from the actual disease that should not be named as much as possible. But that's the driving force of everything right now. So I sprinkled a little bit in, but I hope y'all enjoyed. It's a little bit of different rendition of Twitter Tuesday. Like I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Check out both podcasts, Inside the Cube and Day Zero. It's on all major podcast platforms. If you'd like to support the channel further, there are links in the description section below as well for that. As always, being Boy HQ420. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.